Hello everyone and welcome to the 31st race of the RLANZ Aldi Cup Series for season number 3. We're here at the Talladega Super Speedway here in Talladega, Alabama, and we are here for the Hellman's 500, the 5th chase race of the season. And after this race we'll be halfway through the chase and we'll see who can still fight for the championship. Isaac Nichols is in the booth yet again.
Yeah.
It's becoming a common thing now, so that's good. And hopefully next week at Kansas we'll have a new commentator as well. So I don't know though, just depends on timing and stuff. Anyways, we'll get to the starting lineup. I'll roll on the bottom of the screen as always. Reagan Whitlock, number 94, grabs what I believe his first career pole. I don't remember, but yeah, starting alongside him is Simon Nichols, the number 24. 4 wins for the year for him. Behind them, Chase Marks in the number 31 and the 48 of Isaac Nichols, who needs a good run. Behind them in row 3, Matt Hill, his first start in a very long time in the 15, and John Schick's Rookie of the Year points leader. Row 4, another chase driver in Henry Gore, who dominated the race last week at Charlotte but finished 3rd, and starting alongside him, Sandy Garrett, number 17. Running out the top 10, Brandon Bent, defending champion, and Matt Tuck, the number 23. Row 6, Roger Ray, the 99, finished 2nd here at Talladega earlier in the year, and Aiden Shepard, the 13, coming off 2 consecutive top 10 finishes, so good run to him. Bruno Barrelson, the number 20, will start from the 13th position, and Zachary Fitzwood will start alongside him in the 59. And we got a couple of DW Motorsport drivers, Jake Rogers and Tristan Allen. Both of them really need to up their game if they want to be champion this year, or want to stay in championship contention. And then we go back to what was it? Row 9. Yeah, sorry, I just blanked out. But yeah, Jonathan King, the 95, will start from the 17th position, and Julius Anderson, haven't seen him in a little while, but good for him to get back into the show. And then rounding out the top 20, Jack Porkins and Annie Thomas. Thomas seems to be fairly good at these restrictor plate tracks. This car here, the 30, Chris Maley, unsponsored, so no idea if his team is going to return next year. But it's the first car, I think, ever to have no sponsor in the Cup Series. No, they might have. Oh, no, actually, he's not. Never mind. But yeah, Julius Caesar will start from the 23rd position. Points leader Patrick Schamberger will start from 25th. Daytona 500 champion Tyson Gifford start from 28th. 29th and 30th are Hicks and Miller. Miller, the winner at Dover a couple of races ago. And then Hicks is up in the top 5 in the points. We go further back. Cyrus McGee, the 21, starts a long way back, 33rd. You got Liz for Sam, who won at Talladega. He starts from 34th. Sam won at Talladega earlier in the year. Kaylee Lee, the 51. Needs a good run. She starts from 36th. And in the final 2 chase drivers, Garrett Senor, who won last week at Charlotte, and Matthew Ingram running in 39th and 40th. So tough qualifying for a lot of chase drivers compared to what we usually see. But we'll get this race underway here at Talladega. And for Reagan Whitlock, he'll start from the pole.
And I did actually go back through the record books, and this is Reagan Whitlock's first career pole.
And he's had success in the past on the Super Speedway. He won Duel 2 in season 1. Hasn't had a lot of success other than that. And I believe that was in an unsponsored car out of, I think, I could be wrong. Could have been driving the white 55. Also, I'd like to mention Chris Maley. I know this is not the first time that we've seen an unsponsored number 30, believe it or not. Because Len Hicks drove an unsponsored number 30 for a little while. So, very interesting. And Chris Maley, good to see him making the race. His 4th start in his career. So, coming down the back here on the pace lap. And we'll go through the chair. Well, actually, no, we won't, because I don't have them up and I can't really remember. So, well. But yes, I know Patrick Schamberger is the points leader by 1 point. That's basically all I can remember in terms of the championship. And those 2 guys starting a bit further back than they would like. So it'll be interesting to see how this race plays out.
Bringing it up right here, so
Yep. Like to
Here we
go. Yep.
Landon Hicks, of course, third, 23 points behind the lead. Jack Hawkins, fourth, 36 points behind. Reagan Whitlock, fifth, 38 points behind. Brandon Bent, sixth, 46 points behind. Julio Caesar, seventh, also 46 points behind. Cyrus McGee is eighth, 51 points behind. Ninth, Simon Nichols, 52 points behind. And rounding up the top 10 in points, Henry Gore also 52 points behind.
Yeah, so Simon Nichols, a big one, obviously leading the points by 24 after the first race. Has slipped a long way since then. He's starting second, so we'll see what happens. Coming to the green. Reagan Whitlock for NS Racing. Green flag, we're underway here at Talladega. Good jump by the front two. Chase Marks really didn't get going. Oh, 24 has an issue. Here's an issue. And Simon Nichols is on.
Wow, that was...
So an issue for the 24. As mentioned, 52 points back. And an issue in turns 1 and 2 on the opening lap. He's out. He's going to be out for sure. So the Gear Ranch Chevrolet, can he make it back to the pit road? I don't think he will. So, well, that shakes up the field a lot. Reagan Whitlock, the leader. Here comes Isaac Nichols, the 48. 3 wide. Here comes the 2 of Henry Gore, who led the most laps last week. Side by side, it's Isaac Nichols leading the first lap, and he did not make it back. So, I think Simon Nichols is out of the race in the 24. That's a tough break for him. And that might be it for his championship. And look at the pack. We got 4 wide already. That's Cyrus McGee. That's not the place he wants to be. Or Engelram. Those two guys part of 4 wides for a minute.
It was a good job by everyone for avoiding Simon Nichols. Of course, they weren't up to speed, which kind of helped it out a bit more. But
yeah, I think that was a big move. The 31 car, I think, nearly got taken out there. Or was the 48? I can't remember. It was one of the two, but no, it was the 48, I think, because Simon tried to come down and nearly wrecked a lot of the field there. So, good drive by everyone. No wreck. So, we're on lap 3 here at Talladega. Henry Gore, chase driver, leading the field. Down the back for the 3rd time. Reagan Whitlock pokes out. Not going to make a move yet. You see how big that pack is behind. There they go 3 wide for the lead. Matt Tuck to 23, the Hitachi Ford for Cooper Motorsports. So he's clears. No help for the 2 and the 48. They're going to fall way back. 23 trying to block the 94, and he does that beautifully. So 3 laps in, Matt Tuck will lead a lap. Good for him. You got a couple of guys behind him. Whitlock. You got Matt Hill in the 15. Good run for him at the moment. In 3rd place. Jake Rogers needs a good run. 4th. He's outside the top 10 in points. And there they go for the lead. The 94 is going to go down to the bottom.
Now, Matt Hill is definitely a name that we haven't heard really too much in the series. I actually think this is the first time I remember hearing his name.
Yeah, he's been very quiet. He's DQ'd a lot of times. He did make the New Hampshire race, I believe. He did. I definitely know he made 1 race, but he hasn't made too many. He made 1 last week as well at Charlotte. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how he does here at Talladega today. We got Jake Rogers going for the lead here in the 98, the 89 of Julius Anderson, Lucifer Sam, who knows how to win here at Talladega. Obviously winner here early in the year. You see how far back the pack is now, the 2nd pack. You got Bent, Schamberger, Caleb Campbell, the winner of this race a year ago, Dan Park, who announced, well, their team announced that they'll be moving to Mustangs next year, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes for them. That might put Dodge out of the series, I'm not sure, because Well, they're only going to have 2 cars, I would think, next year with Skipper and whoever's driving the 59, which won't be Fitzwater, who obviously will not be racing after this season, so we'll be sticking to the full-time owner role. We got nearly 4 wide. John Andrews, 35 car, going down at the bottom, and Sid Noor. And they're running up on the 24 here. Now, this will be interesting. They're 4 wide. What happens? I think he's going to stay. Yeah, so yet again, causes a bit of a... Well, that's good news for the second pack, because then they close in a bunch because of that.
Orders?
Nah, I don't think so.
Let the 48 by.
let the tinfoil hats, put them on. Let them let their opinions across. Anyways, Julius Anderson. I did not word that correctly. Julius Anderson's now leading the race. Sam and Nichols 2 and 3 at the moment. You got Simon Nichols, obviously. How many laps down is he now? It's a lot. 4 laps down in the gear wrench car. Just imagine if this was Bristol. How many laps down would he be?
Too many.
Way too many. So Lucifer Sam. Looking fairly strong in the 77, but here comes the 48 down low. We're going to try and make it 3 wide. Nichols going right through the middle, trying to thread the needle. It is Lucifer Sam leading a lap, and of course Gifford Trinning have won 3 of their 4 restrictor plate races this season, with Lucifer Sam, Tyson Gifford, and Julius Caesar. Julio Caesar, not Julius Caesar. And you see that second pack is now closed in because of that 24 holding up the majority of the pack, so that worked out fairly well for them. Henry Gore going down for the lead. Might be able to get it here. Can he do it? He does. He clears. The 45 car going down to the bottom. Here comes Anderson. Oh, and Henry Gore, aggressive block. By the forward, he'll lead another lap. Here comes the pole sitter back up towards the front. That's Reagan Whitlock. He's got Matt Hill, Jack Porkins, Matt Tuck, and Brandon Bent all down on the bottom, along with Schamberger and Caleb Campbell. And then goes the 94 down low. That's for second place. That'll be interesting. We're still green because of that split up early on. Ooh, looking to the bottom, it didn't work out. Henrik War, the 2, is going to be able to hang on and lead lap number 9. That's his, I believe that's his 3rd lap led today. Here comes Hill down to the bottom, the 15. You got Anderson, the 89 car, going up to 3rd place, and now going for 2nd underneath the 15. So while this is going on, he's now got 3 wide for 2nd with Brandon Bent, but that's keeping the 2 out in front. And that's good news for the 2, because then he leads the most laps, and it works out fairly well. So that's just the doorbell. Don't worry about it. There goes Bent down low underneath the 2, so didn't last all that long. See Stapleton trying to make it 3 wide, and it'll be the 27 leading a lap. Brandon Bent. I just noticed Julio Caesar's gone off the pack in the 91. I'm not sure what the issue there is. And Jonathan King is kind of a bit further back than he would like. So Caesar's definitely gone. Jonathan King still barely hanging on at the moment. And you see, look how crazy this pack is. We got a lot of 4 wide now. It's typical Talladega racing. It's racing we'd like to see.
If it goes 5 wide, that's where things get a bit.
Oh, you can even go. You can even go 4 wide and you'd still wreck. So, Brand Bent leads his 2nd lap in a row.
Unlike other tracks like Daytona, it's wide enough to carry 4 wide, but sometimes they can't sort it out. But definitely happens less often here at Talladega.
Yeah.
Daytona.
And there goes Allen down to the bottom in the 12th. Doesn't have any help though, just waiting for Tyson Gifford to try and close up in the Geldware Menard's car. We got 4 wide behind us. John Sheets, the 72, pushing the issue. Got the 97, Benny Watson, first start in a little while for him. The Energizer calf. Now, see, Bruno Barros is moving his way forward, the 20. Obviously, this team, understandably, very excited about what happened last week with Sinor, getting their first win in the Cup Series. And now threatening for the championship lead, so very happy at the moment. You see the 72 here, John Sheets, moving up into the second position. They're rubbing off each other, the 20 and the 71. Need to be careful, otherwise they're going to wreck here in a minute. And they all hang on to it for the moment. Brandon Bent way up the racetrack, right up against the wall, and is followed up there by Sandy Garrett. That's kind of a surprise. I thought Garrett might try to make it 4 wide, but she didn't, which is good news. And John Sheets, the 72 car, is the only Gifford Trident car to have not won a race this season. Only Sheets and Collins, the 2 rookies, have not won this season, and John Sheets looking to do that today. But Dawson Miller, well, he's looking for his 4th win of the year in the 5 and looking to put himself back on the map. He's got the 16 of Landon Hicks, who's up there in the 3rd position in points, I think, if I remember correctly. So 16 now going to the front. This would be a good point if he does lead this lap, and the 91 is way off the pace. So big issue there for Julio Caesar. Now I'm not sure what the issue is there. We need to figure that out in a minute. See, look how crazy this racing is. It's great, a lot of fun, but could end in disaster here in a minute. Edge Alonso, the 37, nice to see him leading a lap. And now we got a couple of drivers very, very well. Never mind, because I forgot the 24s. You know. But yeah, the 45 car looking for his 2nd win in a row. They're bouncing off each other. I saw the 2 and the 16. They're gonna wreck here in a minute. I saw the 51. Does not need to be involved in a wreck. Porkins moving up the racetrack. He's trying to push the 41 up the racetrack 4 wide. Could have been ugly there. And Garrett Sinor. Now this is an important point, because if Schamberger cannot lead a lap, then, well, that's good news for Sinor. That's a bonus point towards the championship, obviously. Jonathan King, who was nearly losing the pack just a few laps ago, is now moving his way up into the front. You've got 2 Nicotech drivers, the 48, the 88, and the 48 moves out of the way for the 88. So Schamberger is going to get to the lead here, I think, in a minute, and does, and gets down low. 95 cannot come across and block those 3. And Patrick Schamberger got Annie Thomas right behind, the 36. And she led the most laps in the Daytona 500 earlier in the year. Currently 2nd. Matthew Skipper, the 43. The McDonald's car. And you got a winner at Talladega a couple of years ago in Jack Porkins. I'm tired, can you tell? But yeah, Porkins won here at Talladega last season, the first Talladega race. Here comes Eli Bright, won the Audi shootout in the year at Daytona. They're 4 wide again, trying to squeeze each other. Dan Park's trying to get in line. He gets.
I said it at Armory Digital, door-to-door contact is better than nose-to-quarter contact.
Yeah, definitely. And if the 88, well, he's led a lap, obviously. He's going to lead another one. But if he leads the most laps, that's another bonus point for him. So
Not yet.
it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Nathan Stapleton is right in there. Just saw him get very close to a couple of guys. We've got a fair few chase drivers in here. We got McGee, you got Hicks, Allen. So a fair few. So they keep battling here for 2nd place, and that's allowing Patrick Schamberger to keep the lead. Eli Bright, the 56, rough year for him so far, but looking to turn around today. Cars are shuffling up the racetrack for some reason. I saw the 21 was doing it. And not because of pitting. That pitting will come around lap 30-ish? No, lap 25 to 30-ish. But to be honest, I would rather come in like... Well, it depends where you are. If you're at the back of the pack, you would rather come in on your own, because then you won't be like slowed down by traffic. But when you do pit, if you come down as like a massive group, then guys are going to be affected by slowing down. They're going to lose track position. So interesting to see how this all plays out. There goes Matt Tuck for second. So Schamberger's still out front here. He's leading more laps, which is good news for him. Zachary Fitzwater just goes from the middle to the high side very quickly. There goes the pole sitter down low. His car's very strong. We know that. Rankin Whitlock. Yeah, again, it just looks like Schamberger's just got this formula worked out at the moment. Top two are able to get down to the bottom. Here comes Cyrus McGee, the 21. Interesting little note here for Cyrus McGee. If he does win here today, it will be his 7th career Cup Series win and be only one off his teammate, who is not too far behind Tristan Allen's all-time win record in the Cup Series. Allen has 8 at the moment. If Allen wins, he gets 9, and 10 on the channel, become the first driver to get to double digits on the channel. So it'll be 9 in the Cup Series. There's still going on here, and Schamberger's still leading laps. Here comes Allen, who desperately needs a good run. He thinks he's out of this, from what I know anyway. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he does here in these next few races. See if he can get himself back in contention. 6 wins in season 1, 1 win last year, and 2 wins at Talladega and Daytona in season 1. So knows how to get done on these restricted plate super speedways, and there he goes down to the bottom for the lead. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. The sharp Ford. See the 51 car, also way down in points. Kelly Lee blocks off the 39, or tried to, and then the 39 kind of just forced her up the racetrack a little bit. I want to see now, where is the 91? There is the 91 at the moment. Julius Caesar currently running 41st, and some 49 4s compared to 47 0s. So they'll be catching him fairly quickly. There's still 3 wide with Campbell on the inside, trying to move his way forward. We're approaching pit stop time, so see, is anyone going to come in? They're all hitting the apron, and I thought Brandon Bent was going to come in there, but he didn't. So he's going to go down for second, and Tristan Allen will lead another lap. Take a look from the spectator cam. It's been caution free so far. It's very odd. Down the back. 35 trying to get a run there in the black and red car. There goes the 27 now down to the bottom for the lead. That's Brandon Bent trying to lead yet another lap. He's the one earlier. And that looks like it's going to be pit stops now, because there's also guys shuffling up the racetrack. Oh, we got a caution! We got a caution! We got a crash! It's Isaac Nichols, Matt Tuck. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, Ray finished second here earlier in the year. There he is, 99. Dominic Anthony, the 40. And that's good news for Caesar. He does not fall a lap down. But if he does have a serious problem with that car, then... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hicks and Park. So Brandon Bent, the race leader here in the 27, the defending Audi Cup Series champion. We'll take a look what happened to trigger the first caution, surprisingly, of the race. Here's what happened to trigger the caution, I should say. It's 4 wide. Roger Ray, the 99. Len Hicks just does not give him enough room. The 40 doesn't give him enough room. Really, nothing much Roger Ray could have done. He gets in the 40, slides up into the 30, comes down into Lynn. And you see all that going on. Cyrus McGee, a chase driver, was in it. 48 gets involved. 43. All involved. And Dominic Anthony, he's not done. He's just stuck on the apron. But these two guys here, the 48, the 23, are out. It's a tough break for them. So anyways, that's what triggered the first caution of the race. Brad Bent, the race leader, will take you back to the green. Coming back to the green for the first time here today, here at Talladega Super Speedway. Some guys came down, some did not. And Tyson Gifford, the Daytona 500 champion, the two-time Daytona 500 champion, was one of the guys that stayed out. John Sheets was another one. Here's Joe Armin Alonso, Caleb Campbell, Henry Gore, a chase driver in 5th. He also stayed out. So that's your top 5. You go a long way back. I'll get to them in a minute. Eli Bright 6th. 7th is the points leader Patrick Schamberger. 8th Dan Park. 9th is Garrett Sinor. And 10th is David Della Fave. You go a bit further down the order. And the 27 of Brad Bent was the first car to come on down the pit road. Everyone else behind them has pitted. Zachary Fitzwater ran out of fuel, believe it or not, under the caution. I believe he's still on the lead lap though, so that's good news for him. But he'll be restarting at the back. Or is a penalty of some sort, I don't know. It's one of the two, but I'm not sure. So, Gifford Trinink 1-2, then you got Alonso, Campbell, Henry Gore, the top 5. What a very interesting top 5 that is. Coming back to the green this time with 11 laps to go. So still a long way to go in this race. But you just never know who's going to win. Pace girls on the pit road. Coming to the green. 11 laps to go here in the Hellman's 500. Who will come out on top? The restart box. There it is, green flag. Back underway here at Talladega. Of course, you can get a run to the outside, but you can't go down to the inside and pass somebody. You see John Sheets on the outside. I don't know if that's the best thing to do, really. Trying to create an outside line, I guess, but it's not going to work out. He's going to lose position to Alonso, the 37 car. Now he's left hanging by the 39. Now the 39 goes back to him, and now the 2 has gone down to the inside. So, bit of change. Sandy Garrett was involved in the wreck, so she has a bit of damage. A lot of the field have split up. So, it'll be interesting to see. It looks like we are going to have an... there you go. Oh, we got a crash. Del Fave's around. Schamberger's in it. So the 88 car get involved. Skipper's around. Oh, and he gets hit by DeBarros and others. Andrews, Ray, Reagan Whitlock, the pole sitter. In the 94 car has heavy damage. Len Hicks I saw was in it in the 16. So more drama here late. I'm not sure why all those guys just came down. Or, you know, all the way around. That was weird. John Sheets is the leader. Dear oh dear. Look at the damage on the 35, the 94. I think they're done. There's the 97, 95, 94. Oh, contact between the teammates, so not happy with each other. 94 has out. Julio Caesar, Dan Park. Len Hicks is definite rear damage. And David L5 was the first car to go around, so I need to take a look what happened to him. Here's what happened to trigger the second caution of the race. It was Eli Bright getting shuffled 3 wide, but Bright wanted to come down the pit road. Get into Schamberger, they come down, spin the 78, and then they all just arc a break into each other. That's how that happened.
Pretty sure Schamberger might have come back up into somebody, trying to get back on.
Maybe it's the 21. I see a little bit of damage on the 21, but he was involved in the last wreck, so maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. But Schamberger with heavy left side damage now on the 88. That's bad news for him. And the 72 car, John Sheets, the rookie, now leads the race here at Talladega. Caleb Campbell now second, and Garrett Sinor is now third. And fourth, I can't tell who that is. That's Dawson Miller in the 5. So, and then Allen and Bent, all them. Very interesting. Anyways, I'll take you back to the green. Second restart of the race here in the Hellmann's 500. And it will be the final one here at Talladega Superspeedway in this race, unless we get an overtime finish. Tristan Allen, the number 12, is the leader because he stayed out under that caution. You see John Sheets and co. all came in at the back there. So, very interesting. We'll see what happens in this restart. Simon Nichols, of course, is a couple laps down. Matthew Engelram is second. Kelly Lee is third. These three drivers, the 12, the 29, the 51, all came into this race really far down in points. It's a good run for them. Loose for Sam. It's a shot to win another Talladega race. He's fourth. Fifth is Matt Hill. Great run for him on debut. Chase Marks, sixth. Seventh is Aiden Shep. Another great run for him at the moment. Julius Anderson. Chris Maley. And I believe Zachary Fitzwater rounds out the top 10, and he does. And we're going to go further down the order. There's Henrik Waugh. Number 2, Julio Caesar. Lan Hicks is a bit of damage. Jake Rogers, Jack Hawkins. There's Cyrus McGee, 21, 45, 5, 27, 88. All the chase drivers left in this race. Simon Nichols, multiple laps down in the 24. So Reagan Whitlock, the 94, is out of the race, along with the 35 of John Andrews, and the 23 and the 48 also out. So 2 drivers in the chase out of this race. So tough break for them. Here we go. There's the green. We're back underway. 6 laps to go here at Talladega. Who will win? The Hellmann's 500. I should really keep that on the screen. Good jump for the 12. Now it's a glitch damage on the Ford, so just ignore that. That's because the 16 car, there he is. He is a bit of rear end damage, and that's why the Fords have a bit of glitch damage. Here goes Engelram down to the bomb for second. Oh, he's already in second. He's trying to pass the 24, who's multiple laps down. You got 2 of the Charger Motorsport cars. The 51 of Kelly Lee nearly won the 500 earlier in the year, but lost it to Tyson Gifford. Chase Marks was also up there in that race, racing for the win, and Engelram was also up there. So a couple of the guys up there in the 500 are moving their ways towards the front. Nearly went 3 wide. Kelly Lee is going to move to second place. If she wins, that'd be a great story after it's been a disastrous chase for her so far. You got non-chasers like the 77. Interesting little fact here. It's been all chase drivers winning races this season so far. We've not had a non-chaser win. Yes. It's a good opportunity for a lot of these guys. You got Marks, Sam, Matt Hill, Fitzwater, Anderson, Aiden Shepard, and you got Gifford and Alonso. I don't know about these guys, to be honest. I think that might be too far back. A good recovery for the 91 after being out of the pack for the majority of the race. He's now having a fairly good run, but still with a few issues by the looks of it. So Tristan Allen staying out in front, the number 12. He's won at Talladega in the past. He won the first ever Talladega race here in the Cup Series. In season number 1, there goes loose for Sam. Down to the bottom, looking for his second Talladega victory of the year. Clear, not quite. He's Matt Hill. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. But yes, loose for Sam now clears. Simon Nichols, of course, multiple laps down. 29, 31, former teammates at Charger Motorsports. Mark's still there. Engelram. Obviously, well, it's a Cooper Motorsports. We've got 3 laps to go. And anyone in this pack, with the exception of the 24, can win this race, I think. Even these guys here, the 13, the 37, they still have a shot at winning this thing. So, very interesting. We've got 3 wide for the lead, down the back. Loose for Sam. Can he get there? Yes, he can. He gets to the front. Just like we saw what happened earlier in the year, it is loose for Sam leading the race.
Engelram might be looking, but
he looks.
Oh, there he is.
There's 77 blocks at the bottom. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. If we get a caution, if we make it back to the white, then We're going to have an overtime. The 29 car, Matthew Ingram, moving his way forward. How about the 31 car, Chase Marks? Never won a cup race. Here he goes down to the bottom for the lead. 3 wide, you got Matt Hill in the 15. One of his first starts, really. He's only just starting his career. He's second on the inside. Tyson Gifford has won the 500. I think he's in the best position at the moment in that 71 car. So we might see him getting to victory lane. Fitzwater's also in a good position. You want to be on this inside lane here for this final lap. In the tri-oval. Lucifer Sam falling back on the outside. No help for him. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go. What happens on this final lap? It's still green. That's good. Marks is clear out ahead. You don't want to go too far out ahead because these guys will just get a run on you. And there goes the 71 down to the bottom. Fitzwater looking to try and make it 3 wide. Not going to happen. What can he do in this 59? I don't know. I don't think they're going to... Might not be able to catch this 31. But here comes the 71 getting a bit of a run here.
Big run.
He's got a massive run. Can he get to the inside? Fitzwater's looking low. There he goes. Down to the bottom. Fitzwater to the middle. No help for the 71. Now he gets help from Fitzwater. It's side by side. He's going to do it again. Second win of the year. Tyson Gifford wins at Talladega. Wow. You see them all crossing the finish line. Valuable points there for a lot of those drivers. First ever uncharted 2-time winner in the Cup Series. Tyson Gifford has done it for the 2nd time this year. Won the Daytona 500. It's his 3rd career win. All 3 of them have been on super speedways. How about that? For the Gerald Wayne Menards Toyota. And of course he won the All-Star race as well. So it's been a great year for Tyson Gifford. And he broke another heart today. Chase Marks was so close to getting his first win, but he just didn't protect the bottom. He finishes 2nd. That's a great run for the 31 after having a big drop-off recently, later in the year. It doesn't matter, because he didn't win. It's Tyson Gifford's day here at Talladega. Matthew Ingram, had a great job from him. He very, very good job. Needed that. Tristan Allen as well. Lee. I saw Porkins was up there, so a good run for a lot of chase drivers who really needed it. And I will like to mention, you saw that red car just go past. Well, that's the points leader. Garrett Sinor has taken the points lead from Patrick Schamberger. He finished way down the order, way further back, he was like 24th. But because he was only 1 point behind Schamberger, Schamberger loses the points lead because he's 3 positions different. So, how about that for Garrett Sinor and that team? But anyways, congratulations to Tyson Gifford for winning here at Talladega. We'll see you guys next time at Kansas.
Everybody's looking forward to what comes up next. I'm here to change the game with style and finesse. Something fresh for the World Wide Web.